What's up, everybody? It's Motormind. Thanks for joining me today on the Stellar Highway. I didn't think I'd do it, but I did it. I got Oblivion Song number 3 last week. I just really like this thing. I wanted to see where it was going, and I'll let you know my feelings on this one at the end. But in a nutshell, at the end of the last issue, Nathan is injured. He's kind of lying at the bottom of this fire escape. This guy's in his face with a shotgun. And they have kind of this weird dialogue. He kind of says, are you human? And which seems like a really weird question. I don't know if that's some kind of foreshadowing or what, but it seems like a really weird thing to ask. Nathan's like, of course I am. And he kind of talks to him and says, hey, I can help you out. I can take you away from this place. And the guy's just baffled by the prospect of leaving Oblivion. He's like, Oblivion's my home. Where else would I go? And so suddenly they're attacked by another monster in the middle of their introduction to each other. And Nathan keeps him from shooting the bio monster. He's like, there's no reason to kill it. It's just a wild animal. This is its habitat. This is where its world, not ours. We have no right to kill it, which I think is just like a really confusing point of view. I mean, I get it, but it seems like in this situation, it's sort of like, primitive times. It's like, why would you ever not kill the saber-toothed tiger that's threatening your tribe? It doesn't. It paints Nathan in a weird light, like he's like super idealist. And it kind of makes me wonder, how he's survived all this time with that perspective, with that viewpoint. It's crazy to think that you could live peacefully in this world. It's almost like it's his second or third trip over, but it clearly states that he's been doing this for years. So it's really weird. This is a really weird interaction. It doesn't really sit well with me. I get Nathan's point of view, but it just seems incredibly unrealistic. I mean, it's harder to swallow Nathan's point of view than it is the idea that 30 miles of Philadelphia could get transferred to a different dimension. But maybe that's just me. In the end, Nathan basically forcibly tries to teleport this guy back to Earth. The guy thinks he's trying to kill him suddenly, so he unloads his shotgun at him. Luckily, Nathan does a last-second teleport and gets away. So it brings in a really weird light on Nathan, because he makes people go back regardless of they want to or not. It's really strange. It's really weird. It puts Nathan in this weird, super idealistic bubble. It's so strange to think that he couldn't fathom that some people wouldn't want to stay in Oblivion. And I mean, it doesn't make sense, like, if you think about it, but I mean, what if this guy had nothing to go back to? What if he was in prison and now he's free? What if, he wanted to run away from his family or something weird like that? I mean, it doesn't seem so outlandish that people wouldn't want to come back from Oblivion. I mean, sure, it's weird and stuff, but it's like he doesn't give them the freedom to choose. It really, I don't know, this issue does some weird stuff to Nathan that I'm not sure I'm on board with. But Nathan's all busted up and he comes back to Earth. He is sort of laid up and his girlfriend Heather shows up. And they basically have the same exchange that they had in issue 2, where she says, she wants to probably get married or something like that. Nathan just can't. And it just makes you wonder exactly why he's so hell-bent on going over there. It is noble that he's trying to find his brother, but it's weird. I kind of want to know what Nathan's deal is. What is he so guilty about? What's driving him? I think that'll be a major revelation. Anyhow, I am going to skip a few pages, but Duncan, the scientist, does bring up the point. Maybe it is time to pack it in. He says, the people that are in Oblivion, they're not the same people they were. they're gone, like not only physically, but like personality wise. They've become like feral, basically. And Duncan says, sometimes he thinks, coming back was harder. So again, Nathan just can't fathom that possibility. So, anyways, I'm going to jump ahead a few pages. But Nathan does interview another survivor that he rescued. And she says, no, it would be crazy to stay in Oblivion. I'm so glad I'm back here. It's really strange. I mean, there's definitely more to this story, but it's strange. It seems like Nathan is like on just like, he's on a different planet in terms of his way of thinking. But during the exchange with the homeless guy that Nathan scuffled with, he shot one of his darts and it kind of went astray. He missed him. And the guy picked up one of the darts and he's taking it to some kind of, I don't know, some kind of colony, some kind of like, village. He's like, I've got something that he would want to see. Now, I can only assume that he is Nathan's brother, Ed, that he probably leads this colony, but that's where the cliffhanger comes in this issue. But overall, I feel like this was just not that great. I mean, there's the retread of Nathan and his girlfriend Heather fighting that we basically had one issue ago, and there's just the quick exchange at the beginning, the quick exchange at the end. There's not a lot happens in this, and the time it does spend is time spent on Nathan, making him seem like a really kind of unrelatable, just like kind of like, I don't know, not unlikable, but it seems so unrealistic that he would have that point of view. I mean, in a world where dimensional portals yank parts of Philadelphia into different worlds and you have teleportation technology and stuff, why is it so hard to believe that someone might not want to come back from Oblivion? And he doesn't give them the option to choose. He's basically like sniping them at long distance and sending them back to Earth, whether they like it or not. It's really a strange dynamic. It almost makes Nathan seem so idealistic and stuff that he's bad in a way. So it's like, I don't know where all this is going, and I don't know why the homeless guy, I don't know why he takes the teleportation dart to the tribe. I'm not sure if they want to reverse engineer it. I'm not sure what use it would be to them, but I guess that's something that we'll find out in future issues. But again, I don't want to rag on the art like I did the last two issues, but, the faces have kind of improved, but they're still kind of, this is, kind of a stylistic choice. I'm just not crazy about it, and your mileage may vary on that deal, but, the kind of like how little happens in this and how it portrays the hero does make me feel like issue 4 is probably something I won't buy unless I'm really desperate for something new to read. But let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about Oblivion Song. I mean, do you like the story? Do you agree with Nathan's viewpoint? Does it seem weird that he can't fathom the idea of people wanting to stay there? Where do you think all this is going? What do you think they will do with Nathan's teleportation tech? And do you see this? I mean, Kirkman has said this book will change a lot and it'll be a totally different book in, a dozen issues or so. Where do you think they're going with this? Personally, I can't really see it. I mean, I could see maybe like Oblivion inhabitants versus Earth inhabitants, or maybe like forcing another transference. I don't know. There's just so many possibilities. But in this issue, Nathan went from totally likable to someone that just seems totally unrelatable. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, ring the bell for notifications. I plan on uploading regularly. New Comic Book Day is always around the corner. And thanks for riding with me on the Stellar Highway.